Hi and welcome. It's story time. Today I'm going to be telling you a story of how I went from a GP of 2.50 plus 2 carryovers to a GP of 4.0. Like every Nigerian child, I wanted to study law and become a barrister. Unfortunately, after the first rejection by the university, I opted for English language. Yes, I had no other option. It's either English or I go home. I never really liked languages, let alone English language. So after our registration and freshers orientation, lecture started immediately, with most of us not knowing our venues and lecture theaters. Halfway into the semester, we're loaded with group assignments, personal assignments, and then continuous assessment tests. Whenever these assignments and continuous assessment tests were given, we were constantly reminded by the lecturer that our names have only been written with pencils and chalks, that if we do not make the right or required CGP, we will be sent home and our names easily erased. The semester was characterized by fear, anxiety, and mental stress. Just before we could say Jack Robinson, exam has started and ended, with a few of our mates or colleagues caught doing examination malpractice sent home. This particular action created or increased the already existed anxiety in the atmosphere for everyone. A month later, results were out and was pasted by 10 p.m. Immediately this information got to the hostel, you needed to have seen how we were all running to the faculty, not minding the time. Well, we knew the school was safe actually, but we ran, in our eagerness, we all ran to the faculty and then to the department. By the time we got there were some pushing and dragging here and there, and finally I set my eyes on my GP. It was a 2.50 with 2 carryovers. I was happy that I met the required GP to stay on campus to continue, but I was devastated by the result and I cried my eyes out because I put in a first-class effort. How come the result was this terrible? The following day, I went to my mentor with my result in shame. Just like every mother, she scolded me. Then we re-strategized. One of the key strategies that we picked up that night, or that very day, rather, was the change of friends. Yes, that moment she mandated me that I must start working with those on a 2-1. She believes in the philosophy that says birds of the same feather flocks together. This strategy worked very well. I started working with those on a 2-1 and then it rubbed off for me. Okay, yes, it rubbed off the way they read, and sometimes they have to explain to me the special textbooks they use that I never used. They taught me how to use the library. They taught me a lot of things. The second was working on my reading timetable. And then not only my reading timetable, my reading strategy and pattern. Well, the truth is, for me to get a change, for me to be able to make up and then meet up with a 2-1, I needed to re-strategize. I needed to replan my reading pattern and then my assimilation pattern as well. The Yorubas have this particular adage, "Ẹni tó mọ̀wé ló mọ̀wé," meaning is whoever knows how that knows the book. So, being an art student, I'd come to realize at that point that I needed to cram some subjects. Yes. So cramming was utilized. Reading in fact not 2 times, reading 3 to 5 times was actually utilized. There were some difficult subjects, so we had to prioritize them. Some difficult lecturers as well, we had to prioritize them. So we had to understand the examination questions pattern. So my mentor was truly there for me. She was that big mommy, she was there. She broke down everything. While she was talking, I was jotting. So these strategies worked. Okay, I'll tell you what, and before we knew it, by this end of second semester, I made a 4.0 GP. It was evident in the GP that it worked. I hope a student picks these strategies. It actually works. I hope someone picks this strategy and then utilize them and then give me a feedback. Wow, this is an anonymous story and I would like to leave it as anonymous. Okay, but I understand very well that the pattern or the strategies that were employed to get a good CGP actually works. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please do remember to give me a like and then hit on the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. That will be all. Bye for now.